from Ozarks First. You're watching Color 10 News at 9 on C.
Our top story tonight, flash flooding across southwest Missouri. Good evening, I'm John Adams. Thanks for joining us tonight at 9. David Oliver has the night off. After heavy rain in many parts of the Ozarks, many communities were dealing with flash floods. You're seeing video right now from Neosho and Seneca, but those were just two of the communities affected. We've heard reports of cars and roadways being swept away by floodwaters. First responders were busy today with numerous water rescues. Color 10's Francis Lynn was in Monette this afternoon, an area that is no stranger to flooding. Francis, what did you see out there?
Yeah, John, so several stores had to close early today because this street was flooded. Plus, the wet grounds also caused a little boy to fall into a creek.
Well, here we go again.
Mark Henderson, a volunteer at the Monette Historical Museum, says downtown Monette has a history of flooding in the past.
Our downtown association has been crying for a solution to the flood problem for some time.
He explains what the street looked like earlier today.
The street was fully flooded at that time. There was just a small path down the middle, water flowing both sides.
He says they had to close the museum today due to the water.
This was all covered with water. You can see the flowers were down and the debris. The creek had come out of its banks and the water was all the way over to the rail tracks.
And because of all the water and wet grounds, a young boy accidentally fell into the creek. The fire department says an older boy who was with him jumped in right after to save him.
The younger one had slipped in off the side. They tried to walk out. The younger one fell again. It's my understanding that he fell again. The older one grabbed a hold of him and somehow they got against the side of the creek.
Captain John Vincent says when they got there, the boys were already grabbing onto the wall.
There was two little boys, two brothers, I'm assuming, that were standing against the side of the creek. The older one was holding the younger one.
They began rescue efforts immediately.
And we went around to the other side with ropes and just pulled them up out of the creek.
Thankfully, nobody was hurt.
Just scrapes and bruises.
Flooding has been a problem in Monette for decades. Henderson from the History Museum showed me these pictures earlier today. This flood happened almost 100 years ago on Halloween in 1919. It looks like Monette has seen flooding in the same areas for decades.
All right, Francis, thank you.